there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe when you're home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like mom knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe when you're home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like mom knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe when you're home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like mom knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Stop crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe when you're home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like mom knew that there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. It's a jungle out there. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ian, this is Crime Watch, and we are back top of the evening to you. All those of you who are locked online, a special good evening to you. Well, all those of you who sit down religiously and look at the show, you know, yesterday we had an amazing show here. We had an amazing investigation yesterday, and I really hope you did not miss it. If you missed it, you need to go back and look at it, because I'm not going to replay it, but there's something again. I'm going back with Alan a little bit, just a little bit today. There's a video I had to show you with respect to Alan Samaru. Alan Samaru, who was gone down on Monday morning. Yeah, he was gone down on Monday morning. And also, ladies and gentlemen, today it was a sad day because I went down to a funeral in Barrackpore area, Rochard Road, Barrackpore, and with respect to Siewnarine Sookhoo, a man who was beaten by his neighbour. You know, this is so sad. Yeah, there's two things I saw today, and let me tell you this: this guy, he and his son, they give someone a little chance to park their car and do work by their house. You know, the guy ended up beating him up. It is alleged, and he was charged. But as a result of the beating, the guy died. This is the suspect here. But the person was charged. He has been identified as, what's his name, boy? Badri, yeah. But he had beaten up the guy. Yeah? He had beaten up the guy because I had photos of the injuries and whatnot. Am I right? We had the photos of the injuries. Also, ladies and gentlemen, NP urges safety checks after gas tank explosion. Do you know I spoke to the guy today? Yeah, I spoke to him today, in fact, inside the kitchen, where his wife, Ria George, on Saturday, she passed away on Saturday.
I think break up all and thing by melt everything on you there and thing with a heater. So imagine just draw them pools. When I go inside and melt up, I was coming straight in and came rushing my wife to the hospital. I was going behind she, so I wasn't thinking about police people.
When was the last time she cooked in this kitchen? Tuesday night?
Tuesday night.
What you all cook?
I can't remember exactly, but she get up to cook, but it never happened.
So this gas tank, where this gas tank was?
Right?
Yeah.
No,
right
this was on the...
And also, remember man gone down into Napuna, we did that. In fact, I'm still working on that. Today, ladies and gentlemen, father and son shot dead, but, you know, everybody, and I visited the church today, but I will tell you something again. The church tried to help them all, because I will tell you why I tell you that. When that building, the first pastor from the church had the wife and the son, the woman and her son staying there. Lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, after that, the father came and the boy and the boys, but the boy had a very terrible way about him. He was not easy. In fact, he was not easy. But I will tell you something, and a lot of people might get upset with me today. You really have to be careful who you extend courtesy to, bringing people in your home and giving them a lodging, because they could end up dealing with you just how they dealt with the man from Barrackpore. Being nice sometimes, we live in different times. And these times you can't afford to be nice. You just can't. I'm not saying be wicked and evil, but you have to use your sense. And sometimes you're too good. People are too soft, as we say in the Caribbean. You have soft heart. And there are people who will take advantage of your good nature. I have seen it numerous times. Even here. There are people that will take advantage of your good nature. And there are people, ladies and gentlemen, they are wired up different. I know there are people laughing to the back there, but everybody know who I am throwing this to. You can treat them good, you can do what you want for them. But there are people who just don't know how to live. Who just don't know how to live. So I'll tell you more about the father and son. Also, Prime Minister prepared to head to Venezuela to lead negotiation on drug and gas deal, which is a very interesting thing. Remember, the Prime Minister just met with Marco Rubio, and in the U.S. I know so it looks like. But I'll tell you something. There are a lot of good days ahead for Trinidad. There's a lot of good days ahead. Good days ahead for Trinidad. Very, very good days. I've been doing my own investigation, as to say, and a lot of good days. In fact, I'm speaking to persons that I know. I don't want to call names. I don't want to call company names and whatnot. Persons in that gas arena, and I believe we have seen a little light at the tunnel. Believe me, we have seen a light at the tunnel. So that is one thing also. So ladies and gentlemen, also tragedy at sea, cousin effort to save drunken man ends in heartbreak. But I want to go back, ladies and gentlemen, with the shooting at the church today. So we're going to take a fast break. And remember, I am really telling you today that you need to support Crime Watch. You're going to see the ad up on your screen and whatnot. And also, you need to send us information on our website. There are 3 murders occurred yesterday. I'm still putting it together, ladies and gentlemen, because I had a hectic day today. It took me way down to south. It took me way down to south. And you won't believe. We were up, down, everywhere. Do you believe? You won't believe at 20 to 6, I just had lunch. We're just getting a fast lunch in the back there. And that was it. And jump on television at quarter to 6. So I had a real hectic day. So we're going to take a fast break, and when we come back, we'll start with what happened that the shooting this morning with the father and son at the church when we come back.
The I.A.N Show will be right back.
To our dedicated audience and millions worldwide, with just $5 you can support our operations and be part of the important work that we do every day. Contribute while you're watching. It's fast and easy. Send your support via PayPal to oneian.alleyne@gmail.com or to our First Citizens account. For our international supporters, Swift code provided for smooth, secure transfers. Thank you for standing with us.
Thinking of giving your home that modern finish? Then visit ABC Bath Doors and Windows. We are the largest supplier of hardwood finishing goods. Get kitchen and pool tiles, faucets, doors, windows, sinks, and so much more. Come in or give us a call. ABC Bath Doors and Windows, always a better choice.
Science calls it AMPK, your body's built-in system for burning fat, balancing blood sugar, and fueling energy. Berberine Plus naturally supports AMPK, helping you feel better, live better, be better. Available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Berberine Plus, powerful results naturally.
Dreaming of a home to call your own? Start now with freehold land in Grand Couva for just $148,000, only 15 minutes from the highway. No waiting, you can build right away. Call us today and make that dream a reality.
Get savings for champions with Extra Foods Plenty for 20. Golden Brand Margarine 3 for $20. Santan Cocos Coconut Milk Powder 5 packs for $20. Swiss Tomato Ketchup Spouch 2 for $20. Lasco Instant Drink Mix 7 packs for $20. Minimoo Full Cream Milk 4 for $20. Lions Brand Pelori Mix 3 packs for $20. Sunshine Tatoes 5 packs for $20. Fruitopia Assorted 6 for $20. And so much more. Plus check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and WhatsApp for all your specials. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Welcome back to the I.A.N Show.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and this, ladies and gentlemen, father and son shot dead by police in Cunupia. 3 guns allegedly seized, 2 relatives detained. A father and son were fatally shot during a dramatic police operation inside a community Bible church at Persad Avenue, Mon Plasir Road, Cunupia, early Thursday. The deceased has been identified as 28-year-old Avindra Daniel Bharath, also known as Indian, and Bobo, and his father, 52-year-old Alvin Daniel Bharath. According to police report, the operation began shortly after 5 officers moved in the church compound where the Bharaths were retented in an apartment upstairs. Police said they came under heavy gunfire from inside, forcing them to return fire. Both men were struck and later pronounced dead. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we go further, the grandson wasn't an easy fella. His son was not an easy fella, yeah? His son was not an easy fella. His son was dealing, and that street, that Persad Avenue, do you know, ladies and gentlemen, that that's a place where cocaine and marijuana is sold? There's a large drug block on that road. Where cocaine and marijuana. And there are a lot of police officers that when they seize drugs, when they seize cocaine from premises and whatnot, they take it down there to sell. And I was kind of shocked. I thought that it was the drug block in that road. I didn't know it was by the church, but there's a serious drug block, and you wouldn't believe it's one of the, boy, you just would not believe what goes on in that road called Persad Avenue. And ladies and gentlemen, as we continue, the father of that boy, he had a run-in with the law. Look, I have the document here. Let me see. In 2021, that same man, listen to me here, in 2021, where I have it here. Right. That same man, Alvin Bharath, the father, was charged for wasteful employment after providing false information in an incident of larceny which happened in January 11, 2021 at the Indian Expo along Caroni Savannah Road, Charlieville. Yeah? He was also charged jointly with Adrian Patrick of 8th Street West, Castleton Avenue, Trinidad City. A third suspect, Wayne Ramadan of Kelly Village, was also charged with receiving stolen items, which consisted of a quantity of furniture including unique tables, chairs, set, electronics, household items, electrical appliances with an estimated value of $300,000. So the father also, whether he gave whatever information, he was tied to that, yeah? And he was charged in that robbery. So he really realized that the chip don't fall far from the tree, yeah? The apple don't fall far from the tree. Because everybody knows, ladies and gentlemen, that his son. Now, these are the people with respect to where the father was involved in. When I did my homework, I realized, and I see everybody will get vexed for me doing my homework, you know. Everybody will get vexed for me. But again, in 2021, Alvin was charged for wasteful employment after providing false information to the incident of larceny at the Indian Expo along Caroni Savannah Road. He was also charged jointly with Adrian Patrick. That is, which one is Adrian Patrick? Adrian Patrick of 8th Street, Castleton Avenue, Trinidad City. A third suspect, Wayne Ramadan of Kelly Village, was also charged with receiving stolen items consisted of quantity of furniture and whatnot. Look, I can come back and bring back the picture for you. I can bring back everything. So when I saw his picture this morning, I say, wait, that man's face looked very familiar. And I immediately went back into my archives, and because I could type a person's name like command center, you know. Believe me, you know. Type you up and I could get back things. It's unbelievable how I gather information. How I could take you back to 10 years, 12 years, 8 years. When I know that that person, he's a previous felon, as they say. So when I looked at that, and I want to make it clear today, ladies and gentlemen, that the church give them a lodging. The first pastor tell them to tell the mother and the son to stay there. But they were renting. And when the building was sold, they continued to rent. So maybe they use it as to rent to help out and whatnot. And you see, it happens in temples, it happens in churches, and it happens in the mosques. Yeah. We have to be very careful with providing accommodation. Sometimes the church want to help so much, the temple want to help, the mosque want to help you, but we don't know your background, we don't know your tendencies, we don't know where you came from. And look at today, ladies and gentlemen. Father and son, because when the police went there, so the church had to put out everybody now, put them out. And I told them, put them out. Let the church try to sustain themselves and see how they could run the thing. But it's very, very sad. Today I visited the area, not even the grandmother of the man is a kind of, I wouldn't say a family. I can't say a family, but I only said when she said family, but I don't know. But she was a family of mine from way down east, you know. But today, before I go to the video, I visited the place and then I'll show you from what we got this morning. Go ahead. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just looking at the situation there with the church. And first thing you might say, church people have, what kind of people they have, but no. I'm going to explain that when this building was sold from the previous pastor, all right, and another set of people bought it over the church, he said, well, keep the people and them here. And that's why they were staying here. So the church extended a certain degree of courtesy for them. And this reminds me again, just from a funeral, where a guy tried to help somebody, but he got his death. Same thing with church. The people shoot back at the police and look the bullet here. Come, let me show you. Come. If you don't know. You know, some people will say, well, church this and church that and the church and the bandit in the church and no. Get your facts right. Watch, they shot back, you know. All this is shots from so, you know, from so. When the police came here, all this is shots from here, all this. I think it have other shots. Other places, I saw the glass and then break and thing. You understand? I don't know if it's an Expo in 2021, boy. Somewhere his picture surfaced, somewhere he was wanting a connection. They have a history. There is a history concerning them. There is a history. So you can't say the police wrong and whatnot. They got information and they went there, but you're not expecting anybody to, I mean, that's how they ended up staying in the church. That is how they ended up staying in the church. My cameraman was here earlier on, so I said, we see the program all here. Okay? Wow. And go straight to where. So you realize, so I was right there. And I telling myself, I say, wait. When I saw his face, I say, hold on. This man was charged. I know this man's name. But I know the son, eh? I know about the son. But that street, ladies and gentlemen, that's a terrible street. That's a terrible, terrible, terrible street. On national television, I could tell you that. That's a terrible place. That's a terrible, terrible place. Well, the terrible street because of the terrible things happening in that street because of drugs. You won't believe. Drugs and cocaine. We were just coming down from there, and when we left, I pointed out to people that we saw at least 3 to almost 4 from within that central back road there, coming down all through Jerningham and whatnot, all the different places that drugs selling. Yeah, you'll be surprised to know. That buy drugs when police sees it, and so then police say they get 10 blocks. They find 10 and 6 go back to the station. They take it to these people to buy it from them. You'll be surprised to know, you know. You'll be surprised to know. But not every police officer is like that. And that's why when you see things happen to them, you realize that when drugs destroy a human being, that's a curse by itself, similar to that someone killing a human being. And today, even the grandmother condemned him. Even the grandmother said, he's just a hardened boy. They shoot back at the police. He shoot back at the police. This is what the grandmother had to say. And then we'll go to when my cameraman was there. Go ahead. God bless you. How are you doing? You are who?
Christine from Kelly Village. That is Sandra is my mom. I'm a daughter. Kelly Village.
Right.
Mary Allen Street.
Mary Allen Street.
Yeah.
I went in there when it had the flood.
Yes.
I was sharing groceries. I give all the groceries. What went on here? You know them?
That is my daughter. We're renting here.
Yeah. But how she get tied up?
No, she really, she's son didn't live in here. Right?
Yeah.
Because you turned out wicked.
But the father one of them was involved in a robbery many years ago too, you know?
Yes. So, my daughter, she have 54 years of age. She never did nothing, and the last son never did nothing. He go in high school.
But the police took them for questioning, ma'am.
Yeah, she did in Puna station, and she son there in the hill.
Yeah, but the other one, but with the father, what kind of person he was?
Not a nice person. That's my son-in-law.
Huh? Yeah. The son.
Yeah, the son wasn't nice. He was too wicked.
He was on bandit things.
Yes, bandit.
And what about the father?
Right, the father cool. Everybody could tell. All of them sitting down there, and two of them.
One of them was in a robbery. And I know him from the robbery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you. My brother will live in Pune. Eddie Kamabash. That is my brother.
Eddie Kamabash is your brother?
Yes. So we related.
From Chaguanas?
Yeah, from Pune, Baka, the market.
Of course. That's
Right.
his family, Eddie Kamabash.
Right, that is my brother.
And his wife had the roti shop and whatnot.
Right,
from
yes,
I know him. Yeah, my family.
Yeah, Eddie Kamabash, because when my brother, they died in 500.
The boy.
Yeah, the boy, that is my brother too. That is my brother.
Who the fellow that stabbed up?
Eddie, yes, when he gets stabbed up,
Yeah.
that is my brother too.
That is your brother?
Yes, that is my brother.
So we are kind of family then?
Yes, we is family.
Okay.
Right? And I'm glad to meet you, to talk to you. See, my daughter, 54 years, and she never been nothing. But she's son also come now between.
He was dealing guns and thing.
Right.
And
because
drugs
the
and thing.
father never like it. He to be around.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, look at the church get them a place and the church get a bad name today.
Well, look at that. But this church was the owner where we used to go to church from before.
And that's why we gave them the opportunity to stay here.
Right.
And when the building was sold, he said, well, all I keep them here because they're here.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah,
so that's how
correct.
it works. So the church tried to help them, but look what happened.
Yes. Well, they can't stay
No,
here
they can't,
again.
they can't stay here. Nobody should stay here again.
Yeah, nobody
let,
can
let,
stay
let,
here
the,
again.
let the owners of the church clean up the place and fix it up, and let nobody stay again, because just by staying here, it compromises the safety of the other of the worshippers.
Right.
So it's not nothing like that again. Everybody have to pack the thing and go.
Tell it on your truth. How my son-in-law died.
Yeah.
I break down. I didn't expect my son-in-law to die. So.
Yeah, but when the police come, he started to shoot at the boy.
No, my son-in-law did downstairs. And if the boy did upstairs, and he started to shoot behind the police. That's how everything started.
Yeah.
Everything starts. So God hear me. I'm feeling it. Ianalleyne, I'm feeling it. Thank God I meet you here today to talk. Right, because I'm not feeling so well. Right, I'm a diabetic.
Oh my.
And I suffer with high blood pressure.
You need to relax yourself, huh?
Right.
You need to relax yourself, but
Yeah.
you
Well,
see now, but now you're hearing. You see people hearing now.
Yeah.
You see your parents, and that's what I tell you. When a son doing wrong in a house, he compromises the safety of everybody. When he's selling gun and he's selling weed and like with the weed friend and them, and they're selling drugs and they live in home. Look how they compromise. The police come in. He started to shoot back, and if you see a big bullet in the hole,
But I hear my daughter had to get close because she didn't Pune station. So I don't know if we could go upstairs.
You'll have to speak to these people and them.
Yeah, one of the ladies.
You'll have to speak to them. But again, it just goes to show it's no fault of the church, but the church can't have nobody staying here again. Because they have to compromise the safety of everybody now.
And if you see my big daughter, she's a red skin, nice, good looking.
I know her.
Sandra.
I know Sandra. I know, look at her picture, but I know Sandra.
She real nice, she cool. She don't be
I know
nobody.
Sandra, I know Sandra.
And she always working to earn she own money.
I know Sandra, but it's just sad.
Yeah, it's his son.
It's
the
sad.
father, they put him out already, and he used to sleep on the street.
Yeah.
Right? Many times they shake back. When he wants some food, he just come here. But here, he not living here. Right? He not living here at all. But if it's a gun he had, them I do nothing concern it. Right? He had to be hiding the gun inside the playhouse without them knowing.
True.
Right? I telling you, I don't know what to do again, Ianalleyne. I don't know. God alone
Right,
knows.
so let me go. See if I get the clothes. All right?
Okay.
The Ianalleyne Show will be right back.
For over 85 years, Siewnarine Sookhoo Limited has been a trusted source for quality local and imported lumber. And for the last 10, our hardware division has delivered everything from top-grade tools to electrical, plumbing, and building supplies. Siewnarine Sookhoo, everything for your home repair and construction projects.
Variety Supplies is at it again, bringing you exciting new arrivals every month. Cook up delicious meals with our top quality pots and covers, ranging from 8 to 26 inches. Get towers, stainless steel bowls in all sizes, elegant serving trays and platters, food warmer pans, strainers, and more. Check out our firecrackers, standing and tabletop stoves. Everything you need all in one place. Denny at 99 Guapa Road, Faizabad. Hundreds of unique items you won't find anywhere else.
Have Ian Allen live and in person at your business and showcase your product and services to over 100 million viewers across the Ian Allen network. This is your chance to let millions know about your company or services. Book your live from 30 minutes or more and watch your business be transformed with Ian Allen Live. To book your live, contact Ian Allen at 225-4327 or call our offices at 225-3250 or 389-7018. Don't miss this opportunity. Call and book today.
Mega month-end savings is on at Persad the Food King. Get instant savings on Gala snack apples 10 for $20, bananas just $5.99 per pound, Idaho potatoes 5 pounds now $19.99, Flavorite ice cream assorted 3.2 liters now $44.99, Imperial margarine 2 by 113.5 grams 3 boxes now $20, Swirl dishwashing liquid, fabric softener, and liquid laundry detergent 5 liters 4 bottles now $100, Ibis all-purpose flour 2 kg 2 packs now $30. Chicken wings now only $10 per pound. Soft and pretty paper towels 3-pack 2 packs now $25. Santa Rosa chicken Vienna sausage 4 tins now $20. Lotus soya bean oil 3 liters now $49.99. Swiss tomato ketchup 750 ml 3 packs now $20. Sierra chicken franks 340 grams 3 packs now $25. Oba macaroni and spaghetti 300 grams 4 packs now $20. Fruit Cool Kids juice 200 ml 8 packs now $20. But hurry, these deals end October 6th. Oh, while stocks last.
Quality value, that's our way. The real Persad's way here to stay. The Food King.
It's a jungle out there. Only have breakfast and coffee with the giraffes.
Good vibes, cool drinks, and non-stop energy. Welcome to Rumpy's Bar, your go-to after-work liming spot where the fun never stops. Sip and save with bottle and drink specials all night long. Feeling lucky? Try your hand at our gaming machines and win big. Enjoy tasty food, smooth hookah, and electric vibes. Every weekend, catch live DJs and performances that will have you dancing till close. Plus, tight security and safe chill environment. Find us at Atlantic Plaza, Point Lisa's High Street, Superior. Rumpy's Bar, where good times live.
To our dedicated audience and millions worldwide, with just $5 you can support our operations and be part of the important work that we do every day. Contribute while you're watching. It's fast and easy. Send your support via PayPal to oneian.alleyne@gmail.com or to our First Citizens account. For our international supporters, SWIFT code provided for smooth, secure transfers. Thank you for standing with us.
Now this is Radical Trading, you understand? And them have everything to cover anything. Radical Trading have the best fabric designs for your upholstery needs, yeah? So furniture, car, boat, tent, even material for school bags.
This will look really nice on my couch, boy.
They even making pillow too.
Sprang.
Oui?
Oh shucks, I forget my money.
Serious?
They could pay for it for me.
Me and my big mouth boy, I wonder if Radica get thing to cover mouth yet.
Radica Trading, 4 locations nationwide.
Welcome back to the Ian Allen Show.
Now you understand what exactly went on there. And also, now, again, that is one. I wanted to tell you about another case that I was dealing with. Another case I was dealing with where an 89-year-old man in Barrackpore dies after being beaten by his neighbor in a dispute. The 89-year-old Barrackpore man has died now. You see, now why I'm putting this and this together here? Why I'm putting the church is that the church extended a certain level of courtesy. Try to help them out. They want to be nice. So it come like, you say Tanaji's church name now, they're not looking good. But we have to try to, because the arrangement was just for her and her son, the mother and the son. This next one come from nowhere, the father came, that's it. This boy here was given real trouble, this young fella here. But let me tell you about another case where some, now I'm not telling you not to be kind, but you can be kind, but you need to have wisdom. You can be kind, but you need to have wisdom. You need to have wisdom. And I learned that the hard way. Sometimes having a sore fat and being very, just want to be nice with people. They take advantage of your kindness. Don't let anybody take advantage of your kindness. Let me tell you about an 89-year-old man who died because of that. An 89-year-old Barrackpore man dies after being beaten by a neighbor in a neighbor dispute. 89-year-old Barrackpore man has died days after being brutally beaten during a violent quarrel with a neighbor at his house. The deceased has been identified as Siewnarine Sookhoo of Rochard Road, Barrackpore. According to reports on Friday, September the 19th, Sookhoo and members of his family became embroiled in an argument with a neighbor. A confrontation escalated in a physical altercation during which the elderly man was struck several times with an object. He was taken to San Fernando Hospital and whatnot. One man was charged, a guy by the name of Badri. One man was charged, but remember, they give Badri an opportunity to use their yard, They give Badri an opportunity, and Badri was charged for assault and whatnot. But I don't know what's going to happen now. Or nothing regarding this incident. So we have to get in contact with Badri then. All right, but I just letting you know that Badri beat up the man by his house, and after that, we have images. Look at the images here of the man. Breakan, Siewnarine Sookhoo, and today was his funeral. And I said, you know what? I just had to go meet the family to let them know that I'm paying attention to it, and I want to know what the police doing about it, because even ladies and gentlemen. The death certificate said blunt force trauma. The death cause of death. Blunt force trauma. Look at it. Blunt force trauma. Blunt force trauma. To the right upper limb. So he got a beating. So today, ladies and gentlemen, as a result of being a good Samaritan, he's dead today. As a result of being a good Samaritan, I spoke to his son outside. I was there for about 12 minutes. Go ahead. What is the facts on this man that said?
Boy, what we are actually being told, I was not home that day. It was a guy who I had given opportunity to come and fix a van in my yard, use my space and give him current and what have you.
You do good. And that is the result.
Well, that's it. That's the result of being nice. Some people take your niceness and kindness. They call him a nickname Badri.
Badri, East Indian, African?
An East Indian guy. And I've heard that
Where is he around here? We're looking for him.
He lives just up the line.
You know what your brother was telling me? That he gave this guy an opportunity to do work here.
Yes.
And imagine he was beaten. The owner of the house was beaten by this man. So just imagine that. But the man is dead now. But he and I see what is confusing here. Your dad would have never ended up in hospital, or if it wasn't for the beating he sustained. Yes. You understand? So I really would like to see what will happen, and the investigating officer and homicide, what they have to say about this.
I would like to see what would
happen.
Because
when I heard about the funeral, I said, you know what, I say I have to visit this funeral today.
I appreciate it.
That is not justice, you know. We are not going to get justice like that.
Please, just step back, please.
Our uncle is already died. You know, we can't do anything of that now. Our uncle he's already died now, you know, and this is not justice. We don't want this for justice. We want justice for our uncle, for our family members.
And this person?
This is his daughter.
That's hospital right here. This daughter. Yes. I'm the second, and it was so bad. I literally came. I was here on the 2nd of September. I went back. My dad was good. We did a wedding for her daughter. My dad was like, he took pictures. That was the last family photo I got with my dad. He walked. He interacted with all the family. He's a healthy man.
Well, you all know the guy who worked here, who worked in the yard. And imagine the guy beat him up, break up his hand. Oh, let me see the autopsy.
That's the result of this.
Well, you have a copy of the medical. Blunt force injury to right upper limb. Well, look at it here. Look at it. Blunt force, coronary. So I wonder if this guy should be charged for murder.
And I think you will get justice for this family. Yes, you will.
You're a sad boy. How old was your dad?
89.
When he should be enjoying his last moment on the earth. For somebody to beat him up. Look at the nice house they have. And this man, and they give him an opportunity just to come and, what he was doing?
Body job on a vehicle.
He was doing a body job on a vehicle for you all?
No. For a guy, and he has no place to park or to use, and no current and whatever.
So give him a chance in the yard.
Give him an opportunity.
Wow.
To help himself to make an almighty dollar.
Who you're bringing in your house? Watch.
Whom are you giving?
Look at the father lying there. Look at the father lying there. A good Samaritan. Watch. A good Samaritan. Look at this photo. After the beating, watch.
That's one thing after hospital.
There you are, sir.
This is the
this is the
medical report.
The medical. Look at it. Cause of death. Right upper limb. And what day was he beaten?
On the 21st, I think. I can't remember the exact date at the time.
But I just come to let you know that we're gonna pursue this, because this is what. How could this man get away? How could this man get away?
This was my dad, August 31st.
August 31st. What's your father here?
A wedding. Let me show you a family photo.
Let's come out to the sun. Come.
That's my dad. August 30th. And this was the wedding. That was the last family photo we took for the wedding. He was fine.
Thank you. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Thank you. Sure.
I'll just take a
selfie. Yeah, go ahead.
His correct name is Mr. Rambial Badri.
The I.A.N Show will be right back.
Dear viewers, be reminded that we go live on multiple platforms. If our YouTube is down, you have other options. You can view us live on Facebook on the Ian Allen Network or live from our website at ianalleyne.org.
Discover Haley's Garden Tobago, a tranquil community minutes from groceries, beaches, and Scarborough Hospital. Freehold ocean view lots starting at $600K plus house construction services available. Financing from all financial institutions. Call now.
Get savings for champions with extra foods plenty for $20. Golden Brand margarine 3 for $20. Santan Cocos coconut milk powder 5 packs for $20. Swiss tomato ketchup spouch 2 for $20. Lasco instant drink mix 7 packs for $20. Minimoo full cream milk 4 for $20. Lions Brand Pelori mix 3 packs for $20. Sunshine Tatoes 5 packs for $20. Fruitopia assorted 6 for $20. And so much more. Plus check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and WhatsApp for all your specials. Extra foods, always extra for less.
Book the Ian Allen Network for a live broadcast of all your special events, including parties, seminars, political and religious events, prayers, funerals, weddings, and more, live on the #1 network. Book now, and use our platform to broadcast to millions of our viewers. If they can't make it, they can view it, live on the Ian Allen Network. Contact our offices at 225-4327 or 225-3250 and book your live event coverage today.
Step into the colors and flavors of India at the Indian Expo opposite the Center of Excellence Mokoya. Dive into our Indian Food Festival featuring a delicious variety, plus explore vibrant Indian clothing, elegant outfits for the entire family, perfect for every occasion. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. opposite the Center of Excellence in Mokoya. Get ready, Chaguanas! The Fab India Expo is back, starting on September 18th, right opposite the Medford gas station, Chaguanas. Shop authentic Indian fashion, food, jewelry, home decor, and much more. Don't miss out on the Fab India Expo, opposite Medford gas station, Chaguanas, your one-stop cultural destination.
Step into Sensational Beauty Studio by Tina, your one-stop beauty destination. From micro shading and brow tinting to makeup, hair coloring, manicures, pedicures, and relaxing massages. Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Walk-ins and appointments welcome. Book today.
To our dedicated audience and millions worldwide, with just $5 you can support our operations and be part of the important work that we do every day. Contribute while you're watching. It's fast and easy. Send your support via PayPal to oneian.alleyne@gmail.com or to our First Citizens account. For our international supporters, Swift code provided for smooth, secure transfers. Thank you for standing with us.
This Diwali, from the temple to home, I'm lighting up like never before with my new LED diyas. With zero oil, mess, smoke or fire, these LED diyas are safe anywhere. Just add water to activate and watch them flicker with a realistic look, and they even light through wind and rain. Plus, they come nicely packaged with 12 per box. This Diwali, everyone can light up with the new water LED diyas.
Welcome back to the Ian Allen Show.
You want to go to the front and get a shot to the front. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, so how do you describe this? You think that if it wasn't for the beating, this guy, your dad would have never died?
My dad's supposed to be living a little 10, 20 years again. That's how.
Ailments.
He had no ailment?
No.
Diabetes, high blood pressure,
nothing.
hypertension, nothing?
No. Sometimes he had a little like...
And he was how old?
89.
Close to be 90.
And all because... him and his dad, being a good Samaritan, letting somebody use the place and whatnot, a guy beat him. And that's it.
He actually, I think he did something to my mom. He cut my mom, and my dad kind of like went to save her. I think that was...
Your mom sustained injuries too. I'll raise your mom.
She's up at front.
Yeah, go to the front and just see her. So you all just, it's terrible, huh? You think that, I mean, both of you live abroad?
No,
you live abroad also?
I live down here.
But living abroad, he would have already been in custody and charged.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The same day.
There's a funeral going on, and look at the cause of death. Blunt force trauma.
elderly
And when he
couple.
died?
He died on Monday. No,
On Monday.
Tuesday, the 23rd, 2:20.
Just around bail?
Justice for my dad. He
Okay.
didn't
Was
deserve
placed on
this.
bail and he came out yesterday or yeah, I think so. Day before.
Okay, thanks again. Thank you again. So you have my number, send me all the photographs. We all go back to the funeral. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, okay, sir. So ladies and gentlemen, so now you realize that what exactly is going on. Good afternoon. So this is the funeral here going on, and the guy was beaten. So if my camera guy doesn't go in and get a shot of
जो हम आपस में डरते बने हुए क्यों खेल की डरते काहे लाके करे उजरते क्यों ये बच्चे मात पितरते भूत कर दूरों से क्या है बाबू के प्राण कितना बदल गया इंसान कितना बदल गया इंसान सूरज न बदला चांद न बदला न बदला गया समान कितना बदल गया इंसान कितना बदल गया इंसान कितना बदल गया इंसान
Go ahead. Take him back to sit down. Sad this is. Look at the mother. That's sad, boy. That's sad. Is he beaten, the man get beat up just by doing good, The whole thing happened just by doing good. Who would want to beat an elderly man like that? And I really hope, and we're just taken back to the story before. I really want to see the outcome of this. Somebody reminded me when I said that people buy drugs and take it to where they said that road where it have the church, they have a popular drug block. And persons I know, they are police. It are police I know. I heard about who when they get stuff, they go down there and have not only there alone, a lot of drug blocks in Central. And that's why you really have to clean up the place. If you have information, go to ianalleyne.org. And also, ladies and gentlemen, it takes me back to Barrackpore. Imagine drugs taken in Barrackpore in the police station. These persons were charged. 20 blocks was taken by a police officer. Remember when we highlighted it? That incident happened on the trying to remember. September 6 was the discovery. Yeah, and up to this day, I stood in front of that police station, and everybody knows that, and I explained everything to everybody, and up to this day, nobody has been charged. Nothing. A man reverse his vehicle, take the blocks, put one block, take 20 blocks, put back fake blocks, fake concrete blocks, put it back in the room, and go on with the drugs. And up to this day, nothing has happened. Nothing. Like nothing. It's like business as usual. What you need to investigate when there's a camera, and the camera was working and people see the camera. There are people who saw the camera. That one camera, people saw the camera. PSB was there. Is somebody trying to cover up this or something? You ask yourself, is somebody trying to cover up the disappearance of that drugs at Barrackpore police station? You really have to ask yourself that question, ladies and gentlemen. You have to ask yourself that question. Let's take a fast break.
The I.A.N Show will be right back.
Celebrate your special event in style with Party Paradise. We offer popular character-themed party supplies, kids' clothing, wholesale on balloons and acrylic wares like wine glasses, champagne flutes, designer plates with cutlery to match, and much more. Located at Chaguanas, Gulf City Mall and Tobago.
Get savings for champions with extra foods plenty for 20. Golden Brand Margarine 3 for $20. Santan Cocos Coconut Milk Powder 5 packs for $20. Swiss Tomato Ketchup Spouch 2 for $20. Lasco Instant Drink Mix 7 packs for $20. Minimum Full Cream Milk 4 for $20. Lions Brand Pelori Mix 3 packs for $20. Sunshine Tatoes 5 packs for $20. Fruitopia Assorted 6 for $20. And so much more. Plus check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and WhatsApp for all your specials. Extra foods, always extra for less.
Tired of throwing money on rent? Own your piece of freehold land in Grand Couva for just $148,000. Safe, peaceful, family-friendly, and ready to build? Call now and make the smart move for your family's future.
Unbeatable deals, unbeatable experience. More savings, more smiles. Shop smart, save more at SNS. Quality you trust, prices you love. At SNS Supermarket, we make every trip rewarding. From unbeatable promotion to top-tier customer service, we bring you the best deals with an endless variety and effortless shopping.
To our dedicated audience and millions worldwide, with just $5 you can support our operations and be part of the important work that we do every day. Contribute while you're watching. It's fast and easy. Send your support via PayPal to oneian.alleyne@gmail.com or to our First Citizens account. For our international supporters, SWIFT code provided for smooth, secure transfers. Thank you for standing with us.
The game is on. Join the All Fours tournament at Double R Restaurant and Bar every Wednesday. Compete for a first prize of $2,000. The action starts at 6 p.m.
Welcome back to the Ian Allen Show.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, and that's one. And I want to take you, ladies and gentlemen, to hold on. To Alan. Why not today? You know, ladies and gentlemen, deadly ambush, man shot dead while walking to go to work in Williamsville. A man was gunned down early on September 30th, that is Monday. Right? You remember this guy, Alan? Remember we went and we met with his family?
Life of Alan Samaro, the young man who was gunned down this morning, and this is Williamsville.
And that was Monday evening. Tuesday we went back, we went to the bush and whatnot. Remember after we went back to the bushes and you saw me in the bushes picking up stuff?
This is the area. This is the truck he was waiting on. So you waited 5 o'clock. Come this way. Come this way. Let me put away my ring. Come this way. I want to show you something. But strange enough, while he was waiting here, he jump out. I mean, Alan coming, step right back. Alan coming out. As Alan come on the road here, watch it. As Alan come out here, watch it. Bam! And it hit the pole here. Step back, listen to me. Watch it, bam! Alan get his shot from there, and the fragments hit the pole. I'm going to tell you. And that is it. This is fresh. I saw something strange, yeah? Her jeans, but I don't know. Across there. But this is where he was waiting. Police need to go down in that whole thing there and wait. Right? So the shooter, you better jump out yourself. Jump out. I mean, Alan coming, step right back. Alan coming out. As Alan come on the road here, watch it. As Alan come out here, watch it. Bam! And it hit the pole here. Step back, listen to me. Watch it, bam! Alan get his shot from there, and the fragments hit the pole. And that is it.
And we got a cigarette and a little plastic bag that the shooter had. We got a cigarette. Do we have it? Go ahead.
Yeah. And a pack. This. So it looks like he bite it.
Come back to me. But let me tell you what's going on. It have two angles of looking at this at. Alan, one of Alan's brother, one of the relatives there, it had a situation, police and then a guy from Marabella, somebody's son, it had a bacchanal with police. There's one angle we're looking at, right? And I don't know if other persons were upset that police came. We don't know as yet. We're looking at that angle. Because we don't know if the shooter knew Alan or the shooter made a mistake with Alan and missed the brother, or if the person watching when Alan brother walked and didn't see when Alan brother walked and only saw when Alan reached there, then they deal with Alan. So on Monday morning, the relative walked first. Look at here. This is Alan relative walking. Right? You have never seen these things before, yeah? This is Alan relative walking. Look at it. He's walking. You remember the shooter right in the bush there? Right in front of him. But then these two people with the whacker and thing, and everybody earlier on saw the man in the bush, yeah? All that time the man in the bush. They had caught, now, that man was in that bush since 5 o'clock Monday morning. So all that time, the man in the bush. Now, the relative said he went across and he crossed the road he said he crossed the road and he stood up. That's what he said. He crossed the road and he stood up right where Alan was standing. All right, he did cross the road. And he stood up right where Alan was standing. Now he's right there. Right at the side of the road. All right. All that time the shooter was there. The shooter did not shoot him. But nevertheless, maybe the shooter did not get the signal to shoot him. Because maybe the person who was watching did not see when that guy reached here, when Alan's relative reached here, because every morning he reaches there very early. He reaches there very, very early. So after that, ladies and gentlemen, you remember when Alan's wife said she cooked food for him? You remember when she said it in this video?
What was Alan's mood like before this? Normal.
Like every other day. Normal.
You pack his lunch and thing for him?
Yeah.
And what you made for him?
Pork and dry piece of rice.
So you get up and eating?
No, he's carry breakfast and he lunch.
What was his last words when he left here this morning?
I say, how come you carrying a toolkit? He said, nah, not today. And I sit down right on the chair here and I watch him until I can't see him again, and then that was it.
So after that now, look at that man. He left his little 6-year-old daughter home. He left his wife with his lunch and with his water bottle walking down. Look, he's walking. He talked to the man with the waka, and look, he's walking. Look, Alan with his lunch and his water bottle, because they're going to buy sealing material with the boss. He and you know the boss for about 15 years. They grew up together. Well, he working with him so long, and they're friends. Watch Alan, stop. Watch Alan, water bottle and lunch, going to meet his death. Hold on. That is the kind of people we have in this country. Go continue. Not knowing that would have been the last day, he's walking out from his home. He's walking out from his home. And he's walking out from his home, ladies and gentlemen. Watch it. So the shooter, like he got a sign. Now there's one angle we're looking at, like there's a feud going on with one relative here, because remember, they have a bacchanal with some little barge on and police and all kind of thing. So you're going to hear this song of a little shot. But the guy never came out of the bush here. Imagine, look at Alan with his lunch, his wife. Look how life is. You never know when that will be your last. You never know. But I'll tell you something that I found out. The moment Alan reached there, remember the gunman was still there. You will see the smoke coming out from the bushes now. He stood there, watch the smoke coming out. You realize the smoke, you seen it? That is when Alan got shot. And that is when the people, the beepers, he gunshot. These are children walking, realizing something happened. People realize something happened. Realize what's going on? But I will tell you something, that is one. If somebody wanted to kill the relative and made a mistake, a mistaken identity. But the second is, ladies and gentlemen, Alan had a fallout with a man. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Alan is not a pusher. Alan is not a drug pusher. I don't want to label the woman husband a drug pusher on TV. He's not a drug pusher. But what happened, he plants these marijuana trees and whatnot. About 6 or 7, because his father used to deal with that. I don't want to discredit nobody, but I'm telling you, Alan was not a drug pusher. But they say Alan have a hand to plant these marijuana tree and whatnot. I'm not discrediting him. Right? Remember, we don't end at 7. And he had a fallout with a man. And do you know, ladies and gentlemen, this man will go and he will interfere with Alan's trees. Yeah? And there was an altercation. And Alan ended up taking a piece of big wood and hitting the man some good little, just a little lash, and that was it. That happened about a month or so ago, a little while. Apparently, ladies and gentlemen, we want to believe that that is the same African man, the kind of bulky man with the grey coverall, when he recuperated, swing back. So there are two avenues I'm looking at right now. One with what going on home with the relative, and this one. But I can tell you something, it leading me back a lot. I don't want to tell you which one I'm focusing on. But the man, what is responsible, living close to Dolly's bar, opposite Dolly's bar, somewhere opposite Dolly's or Sherry's bar, close by. That's what I heard. That is what I found. I was there last night, you know. Go ahead. This is I.N. I spent a good time tonight, just meeting with people. It's about, what time it is now? Minutes to 12. It's minutes to 12, 10 to 12. I've been in the area and I know exactly who I'm looking for, but just there about two, there were three angles. Three roads. Or to put it across that. I'm looking at 3 different angles why they kill Alan, how they kill Alan. So I'm just watching up, see that they put up a cross and they lit a candle and whatnot. For him, this is right here where his body was, right here he died. It's so sad because remember, every day that little girl coming from that home, I'm now thinking about it, and the wife coming from there, they have to, every day when they stand here for the rest of their lives, they have to remember Alan was killed right across there. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, where they cut down the bush and whatnot, but nevertheless, I just want you to know that I know the angle I'm looking at. I know the angle. A lot of people might think that I'm not fishing. I'm not fishing at all. For me to be back up here 12 o'clock in the night, I'm not a madman. Believe me, I'm not a madman. I know exactly what I'm doing and who I'm looking for. So, just to let you know, we will get justice, don't worry. I'm just kind of bringing it in easier for the police. I'm bringing it in easier and I'm throwing it out in the public domain. Alright, so, they need to have a street light right here. Yeah, they should put up a street light right across here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we keep you posted. Thank you. I spoke to Lester Lal also from TNTech to get street lights for the people and them. To see where you can put the street light because it's a bit dark. Remember, we don't end at 7, eh? Just remember that.
Crime Watch does not end at 7 p.m. It continues on all our platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and on our website. Download the Ian Allen app today.
So ladies and gentlemen, now you're asking yourself, what really went on with Alan? Look, Alan's relative walking first. Open up the lines. Remember, the first relative was walking to go to work here. Look at him here. Normal, but he had a knapsack, a kind of sack, a backpack. So now we don't know. Remember all that time, pause. All that time, the shooter in the grass waiting. The shooter was there from 5 o'clock in the evening on Sunday, making a pathway, or people saw him. We got information. I don't know if it's an Afro-Trinidadian man in the vicinity. He thinks he lives in Fitzgerald, Dolly's Bar or something like that on that side. I don't know if there's a Dolly's Bar. But he was beaten badly and he walked. That is one of the angles that we are looking at. Another angle with this relative here, police had gone and police were involved and other persons were upset and, so we don't know if anybody wanted to bomb this guy off and maybe they made a mistake because there's a bacchanal going on, brewing. I don't know if they have a land issue. I don't know as yet. But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, or is somebody involved with Marabella? You're hearing all sorts of things. But Alan and this relative here, they resemble plenty. So you don't know if it was a case of because they both came at the same time, but he normally comes earlier. So this is him walking here. So you don't know if the person who was given the S in the road, it had to have somebody given the S here. It had to have somebody given the S to tell them when and what, if they didn't see this man pass. And that is how he got away. So you don't know again if it was the person who had the altercation with Alan. That nobody knows of. Nobody knows of. Nobody don't know about that. So if anybody by Dolly's Bar or Sherry's Bar somewhere up there, see anybody limping and was beaten, you need to tell me. So this is the other relative. All the time the gunman there. So you don't know if the gunman realized it had plenty people, or if he had to come out. But I'm watching all these waka people, all these people with cutlass and thing by the road because maybe they're going to the garden and they're talking. But all that time the gunman there. You see how good it is to have good cameras? So now you need to spend your money on cameras because when things happen, all you're seeing is things moving. All you are seeing, all you are seeing, it is stuff moving. That is all you are seeing, stuff moving. So all that time, the gunman had to be there. I need you to go to ianalleyne.org, no username, no password. And now, ladies and gentlemen, remember you can WhatsApp me also. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I have plenty to show you, And also, ladies and gentlemen, this is when Alan left home after collecting his hot food and he collected his frozen the water bottle and whatnot and started to leave home. Watch, just imagine, when you leave home, you never know if you're returning. And that's why I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is just bringing awareness. Sometimes you see, we investigating a story, but things are so covered up and things are so ignored that if it weren't for us, people would never know. Look at Alan, just leaving his home, not knowing that is his last steps to heaven. Look at him, he never imagined putting on that jersey and that pants and carrying that food. It would have been the last day. Take it back again from the start and open up the lines for me. 6714062. It would have been the last frame. Nobody ever imagined that. No, nobody ever imagined that, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why I tell you, you have to support us. You have to support Crime Watch. You have to, if you have information, go to ianalleyne.org. No username, no password. And let us know what's happening. Not even, imagine his own neighbor didn't know that would have been the last time he would have spoken to Alan. 6714062. 1868 6714062. Look at this. All that time the gunman waiting now. So you realize there's nobody here? There's nobody now. There's nobody on the junction. Nobody on the junction. Was to send a signal that don't play with me? Look at it. Knowing that that man crossed that road. He's crossing the road here. But I don't think the brother, I don't think the other relative crossed the road. Watch. And just where Alan stood, look at this. He waited right there with his lunch. Gunman come out of the bush. And right there, you'll see the smoke and you will hear the shot. Watch it, you realize? One shot. Watch it, you realize? Watch. The beep is the sound of the gunshot. Now, the person, ladies and gentlemen, had to be... I was chatting with in persons today, and I was putting it together. For that person to walk through that bush, that person could have parked with a car anywhere wrong. So it had to be somebody close by that did this. For that person to go in that bush, he had to understand the terrain. Because when he did the shooting, he ran in a northern direction, going back to the road where he lives, in that grey coverall. Shotgun, which means to say he does illegal hunting. Wheat field, the bush. So you don't know if it was a homemade he get with. A homemade shotgun. So that's the two angles we're looking at. Open up the lines to me, please. 6714062. Today, I ask you if you have any information with respect to Alan Samaru. It is so sad. His family, they are good people. His wife, the little girl, I feel sorry for them. My heart goes out for them. It's really, really sad. We have so many stories we have that highlighted as yet for you. Then people started to walk across. Look at him walking. So he really asks, which one of them? What about the man that Alan had the altercation with? What about that man? What about the altercation by the bar, by the junction? Anybody know about that? Somebody is not talking, but somebody knows. People know, but they don't want to talk. But today I ask you, you don't have to talk. Go to the website. No username, no password. So you can say whatever you want. Nobody can trace that. Nobody. If you want to leave a number, you can leave a number. If you want to leave a number, you can leave a number. I know that is a murder that shocked everybody. Tomorrow I'll give you 2 persons that I'm looking for. With respect to the three murders yesterday, I'm looking for 2 persons of interest. Persons of interest. So ladies and gentlemen, you saw it today. And this is something I'm going to run back tomorrow because I need to know who killed this boy. I need to know who killed this boy. Everybody loved Alan. Everybody. Alan was the life of the party. Everybody loved this boy. So there are 2 angles that I'm looking at. But I won't tell you which one is getting stronger. I won't tell you as yet. I'm just watching. Tonight, as they say, I throw out corn. I'm waiting for fall to come. We're going to keep you posted, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep you posted. Remember, you can look at this show on television. Tonight is a repeat. Tomorrow is the repeat, all during the weekend. Or you could go back tonight and share the videos to your friends, your families, your loved one, the videos that you have missed. You could share it to your friends. The videos are cut up, extracted from the show, some of it. But for the last 2 days, with respect to Alan, we kind of putting it together. I don't want to really separate the shows as yet. But we will find out who killed Alan, or who was the intended target so far. So there are 2 now. Last time I said 3, we come down to 2. And just now we'll come down to 1. I have already passed information to senior police officers relating to this incident. That's all I can tell you. Always remember something. I'm the commissioner for the ground. And my heart really goes out for the people who have lost their loved ones this week. Not only Alan's wife, but the mothers who have lost. The mother who lost her son in the track. Tomorrow you're going to see that. Who lost her son in the track in Tunapuna. She lost one son on the 30th, 6 years ago, 30th of September. Then she lost another son on the 1st of September, on the 1st of October. So many things, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I tell you that, sometimes I don't know how my brain takes it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I get this strength and this approach and this persistency to go after these criminals. Only God. So I'll keep you posted tonight. If you have any information what you have seen tonight, or maybe other shows, get in contact with me, or go to my website. You want to WhatsApp me, you don't want to use no website. I'm the only person who can read my WhatsApp. My calls are forwarded to the operator. Or maybe sometime I'll answer. If they unforward the calls. Have a wonderful night. Good night.
Yo, there's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our mind. Yo, there's a jungle out.